Hello, Hortykim here, Otago Polytechnic. What's the date today?
14th.
June 14th. So a lovely Dunedin winter's day, and we are building a hot compost pile for one of our design students, Olivia, who is going to look at composting organic fabrics. She's concerned about the amount of waste that is generated when our clothes are manufactured. So Olivia, tell us a little bit about what you're doing here, mate.
So pretty much brands don't think about the afterlife of garments, so like where the garments are going to go. So what I want to do is compost fabric.
Okay. All right, and this is part of your post-grad?
Yeah.
So you've done 3 years of doing what at Otago Polytechnic so far?
So I've got my Bachelor of Fashion degree, so that's 3 years of making collections, and so postgrad's more of a
Project-based?
project-based, yeah.
Yeah, and this is something you feel strongly about, so yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so what we've done here with the Living Campus team here at Otago Polytechnic, we've got some ingredients together and big truck going by. What we tend to do is we have a recipe for our compost, which is basically using 10 centimeters of brown or carbon materials, which is the wood chip that we get from our ARB students doing work around the campus and further afield, and also paper from our admin team. They put it through the shredder for us. So yeah, so it's about using the materials that are all around us and turning it into this beautiful compost. And here's one we prepared earlier. Yeah, so all the materials that I talked to you about before get turned into this nice compost here, which then go on to our edible gardens over there. Yeah, so what we've done here, as I said, we started with 10 centimeters of browns and then 10 centimeters of greens, which are typically our grass clippings from all the mowing on the lawns, any material that we get from the gardens, so any plant material that's done its dash and gone to seed. Some weeds, annual weeds, not perennial weeds, and our biggest source of nitrogen would be the food scraps that are made by our food design students, culinary students, and the different restaurants and cafes around Otago Polytechnic. So yeah, all right, so that's what you're looking at here, and so Olivia's going to put her scraps in. Just putting them in on top of the food scraps there. Okay, so these are all materials that we think should compost down. There are no plastics in these materials, eh?
No.
Okay, and what's going to be really interesting is Olivia's putting a whole t-shirt in. So it'll be really cool to see what happens to that t-shirt after this pile heats up to 60 degrees centigrade and it sits in there for a while. So yeah, so this is Olivia's test. All right, so we'll finish layering that. Olivia and Michael, do you want to put that next load on top of the t-shirt, and we'll continue layering this pile right up to the tippy top. All right, we also keep the pile moist with rainwater that we catch off our nursery, and the rainwater has a little bit of fish fertilizer in it. Thank you, Michael. Don't get the fish fertilizer on yourself because it's pretty smelly.
Delicious.
And we also use horse manure that we get from Pam out in Brighton. Lovely. All right, well, we'll check back in a wee while and let everyone know how Olivia's test went. Thanks, May.
Thank you.